Good afternoon, members of the distinguished panel. I would like to appreciate you for granting me an interview with your company. I am Akwede Esther, residing in Kampala, a degree holder of education in arts. However, with my passion for online teaching, I pursued a master's in instructional design and technology at Makerere University. As an online facilitator, I have an experience of 4 years. I should say that an online facilitator is faced with some challenges, but with diverse advantages. There are several techniques that are very effective in facilitating courses online. Examples of the techniques I would use as an online facilitator are video presentation, World Cafe, where I'll divide the learners in small groups to talk about a given subject, then later return with one leader giving their findings. Voice threads, email and WhatsApp, and many others. Throughout my research, I learned about cutting-edge technologies and how to engage students in an online learning. The value of consistent feedback, how to create various types of rubrics, how to support and engage the students' learning styles, and the need for me to stay abreast of the new developments in online learning technology. After reading the course content, I am now knowledgeable of the crucial principles that govern online learning. Examples of this include, in the beginning, set clear goals, ground rules, and expectations I would want from the students. Encourage active participation and group collaboration. Make sure the content is bite-sized, or rather, put in small bits for the students to understand. Prepare multiple choice questions online. Finally, communicate effectively and constructively in an online forum, and the importance of clarity and tone in written conversations. How I would facilitate using online technologies is that there are so many endless ways I could use to communicate using technology online. For example, assistive technologies include assistive, adaptive, and rehabilitative devices and services that help me maintain or improve the experience of learning, including for students who are disabled. They range from braille displays, screen reading software. I can use Speechify to capture text and translate it into audio format. Presentation and multimedia technologies is another one. With presentation software, I can deliver lectures, demonstrations, or support materials. These kind of tools include using Microsoft PowerPoint. My students work collaboratively on an assignment I have given them. Then there is Exate toolkits can help me to create presentational slides alongside quizzes, videos, or embedded collaboration tools like Padlet and Google Documents. Social networking tools. Online learning can be very lonely. Therefore, online social networking tools and services support communication, collaboration, and sharing. For example, these include email, wikis, blogs, and specific services such as Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, WhatsApp, and Google, and content sharing sites like Pinterest can support both face-to-face and online learning. Mobile technologies. The flexibility of using smartphones, tablets, notebooks, and laptops offers my working and traveling students the access of online content. Virtual learning environment helps me to structure, to manage, and deliver learning activities and content. Examples include Blackboard and Moodle. My learners can also use e-portfolios to create and collect records of their learning experiences and achievements. How can I engage and motivate my learners? By creating bite-sized, engaging course content. In addition to text course web pages and assignments, I would use imagery, video, and elements to help students feel as though they have greater contact with me. For example, a video introducing myself and content of the course. Videos of topics in my course, especially those that are particularly exciting or noteworthy. Real-time video interaction through social networking tools like Zoom. Then linked to current event articles that relate to the coursework, which keep the topic relevant to the real world as well as the course. To engage and motivate students as an online facilitator, I would use several tools or modes of technology to communicate with the students, taking into account the learning styles of the learners that would be in the classroom. Some learners respond better to video lectures, while others prefer podcasts or gamified lecture interfaces. Similarly, learners also have a preferred way to attempt assignments, take quizzes, and present projects. For example, I would use WhatsApp because it's easier to use, share facts, group chats, video chats, post assignments and projects, and it's easy, secure, and it has many functions. Social learning can be used to engage and motivate learners online, since online learning can be very lonely. As an online facilitator, I would encourage collaboration by providing discussion boards in the learning management system, where students can communicate with each other, work in groups, and share questions and ideas, as well commenting on one another's work. It allows students to gain feedback from peers and increase potential for interactivity. Personally, I would provide extra support, for example, via email, personal recordings, and private chat, and whereby possible, I can text messages or even give them a phone call. Rewarding student success is another form of engaging and motivating learners. Rewarding the students' efforts and persistence. While rewarding, I need to acknowledge academic progress, meet deadlines, reach specific goals, and maintain good attitude. For example, points and rewards can be earned after completing certain tasks or a number of hours of learning. Learners' success can be rewarded by giving them trophies and badges. Teamwork is another way to improve engagement. Since the students become active in encouraging and managing the active participation within the learners. For example, teams such as Microsoft SharePoint, collaboration tools like Stormboard, whereby you can create brainstorming by adding sticky notes and sketches. Google Docs, which allow multiple users to simultaneously access, comment upon, and edit a single document or presentation. Frequent instructor presence online can engage and motivate students. I would help my students set their goals and checkpoints throughout the term. For my students to feel my online presence, I would respond to their emails, questions, and discussions quickly, ideally within 24 hours or 3 days. Provide feedback on assignments quickly and with constructive, personalized comments. For example, share verbal feedback with a student via a simple Vocaloid-powered audio podcast. Post a weekly message to the course web page, ideally by video, to give the students a sense of real-time conversation. I believe that whatever mode of communication, online or outside the classroom, that the learners are comfortable with, I am willing to accommodate. I believe that I need to be flexible in order to keep my learners motivated and engaged. How can I develop assessments, grade students' work, and provide effective feedback in an online learning? In terms of assessing my learners, I will look at which type of assessment are best for my learners while considering their skills, knowledge base, and their learning styles. I will use several different types of assessments according to the learning styles of the learners in my classroom. Some of these learning styles that I would incorporate would be formative assessment, which occur within the online course. And I can use them to determine how well a student is learning the material. They are actually best as we keep going on to see how consistent the student is online. Then I can also use summative assessment. Sometimes this is probably referred to as the final exam. I can give them a project-based exam. And also, learners online, I can also tell them to create their own portfolio and put there the content, answer the questions. I would also incorporate my peer review, self-assessment, discussion boards, problem-based learning, and role play. A perfect example for me is the game type activities. Turn a series of test questions into a game. For example, a trivia game might ask learners to answer a certain number of questions within a period of time and award points based on the number of correct answers. I will use Quizlet, which allows me to create a study set of online flashcards for learning terms and definitions. While with Kahoot, I can build engaging quizzes and let the students score more points by answering quickly and correctly. Assessments try also to keep the students engaged and motivated. Considering grading learners' work. Before grading, I will need to establish the purpose of the assignment. For example, to assess if the learners have completed reading a particular topic, I could ask them to record and share their video of what they have so far learned. I can also use peer reviews, have e-portfolios, and then I can use tools like Gubrick, Google Classroom, make it easier to create rubrics. All these are very good ways for grading learners. Providing effective feedback is very important for online students, and it can come in any form such as video, verbal, and written. For example, I would use Flipgrid to add comments to the students' videos, send private text feedback, record private video feedback, and grade their ideas and performance. Vocaro is also another way. It is a web-based online voice recorder that doesn't require a user profile or a login system. I can make the recording and share the link on the platform with the students. There is Screencastify. This is a cloud-based screen recording program that facilitates giving feedback. I can create screencasts of my students' work and record myself commenting on them, or create videos while checking students' work and provide feedback along the way. Zoom is another one. It's